Last week, a client sat in my office, visibly anxious, and said, "I think something's wrong with me. I'm barely producing anything compared to what I see online." He pulled out his phone and showed me a clip from an adult film. The actor was, let's just say, defying the laws of physics. I looked at him and said, "You know that's fake, right? Like, literally created with special effects?" The relief on his face was immediate. Then the anger kicked in. "Wait, you're telling me I've been stressing about this for months and it's all Hollywood magic?" Welcome to one of the biggest lies the internet has sold men about their bodies. I'm Dr. Julia Rhodes, and I've spent over a decade as a men's sex therapist working with couples on exactly these kinds of concerns. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on ejaculate volume, what's real, what's complete nonsense, and what you can actually do about it if you genuinely want to increase yours. Let's bust the biggest myth first. Those massive loads you see in adult content, production tricks, camera angles, visual effects, sometimes even prosthetics. The adult entertainment industry has a whole toolkit designed to make everything look more dramatic than real life. But here's the real kicker. The average ejaculate volume is only 1.5 to 5 milliliters. That's 1/3 of a teaspoon to a full teaspoon. That's it. That's normal. That's what healthy male bodies actually produce. And before you spiral into, "But what does this say about my masculinity?" stop right there. The amount you produce has absolutely zero connection to your fertility, your virility, or your value as a man. None. That's not how biology works. Here's what nobody tells you about semen. Your ejaculate is actually a cocktail of fluids from multiple sources, and only about 5% of it is actual sperm from your testicles. The rest? It's a carefully orchestrated mix. Fluid from your seminal vesicles designed to help sperm survive in the vagina's acidic environment. Prostatic fluid that helps sperm move efficiently. A bit of lubrication from the bulbourethral glands near your urethral opening. This means even if you had a sperm production issue, it wouldn't necessarily show up as dramatically reduced volume. If you're genuinely concerned about fertility, you need to see a specialist, not just eyeball the amount in a tissue. Another thing that makes ejaculation look more impressive? The power of the release itself. In younger men with strong pelvic floor muscles, ejaculate can launch at 31 miles per hour and travel 6 to 9 inches. But that force naturally weakens with age as those muscles lose tone. All right, so when should you be concerned? Here are the legitimate reasons volume and force decline. Age is the big one. Your pelvic floor muscles weaken over time. Plus, your prostate typically enlarges, which reduces blood flow to the cells that produce prostatic fluid. That enlarged prostate can also partially block the ejaculatory duct, restricting how much actually makes it out. Your genetics. You got what you got from your parents. Can't change your DNA. Hormonal issues. Low testosterone is linked to reduced ejaculate volume. But here's the plot twist. Taking testosterone supplements usually doesn't fix it, so don't waste your money. However, other hormonal problems like high prolactin or low thyroid that suppress testosterone can be treated medically. Medical conditions. Things like diabetes or spinal cord injuries can cause retrograde ejaculation, where semen goes into your bladder instead, or prevent ejaculation entirely. Zinc deficiency. Zinc is crucial for testosterone production and prostatic fluid creation. When you're zinc deficient, your prostate doesn't get the signal to produce citrate, which means less fluid overall. But, and this is important, research on whether zinc supplements actually boost volume is pretty mixed. Before we talk about increasing volume, let me ask you something. Why do you actually want to? Is it because more volume genuinely makes sex more pleasurable for you or your partner? Or is this just something you think you're supposed to have? Here's a reality check. A 2018 study surveyed 240 women. Only 13%, that's barely 1 in 8, said larger ejaculate volume affected their sexual satisfaction at all. The vast majority of women reach orgasm through clitoral stimulation, not from anything related to ejaculate volume. In my decade plus of working with couples, I can tell you this is one of the most consistent findings. So if your partner is climaxing and you're climaxing, does the amount you produce actually matter? Think about that. Okay, if you've decided you genuinely want to boost your ejaculate volume, not because you feel inadequate, but because you want to, here are the proven methods. Hydrate aggressively. More fluids in your body means more available for semen production. Stick to water. Avoid overdoing caffeine and alcohol. They're diuretics that can actually dehydrate you over time. Quit smoking and cut back on alcohol. Both trash your semen volume and fertility. Plus, if you care about maintaining strong erections as you age, smoking is literally destroying your vascular health. Every cigarette is stealing future erections from you. Extend your foreplay. Research suggests longer arousal periods before orgasm can increase volume. Bonus: extended foreplay dramatically improves pleasure for both partners. You get better orgasms and more ejaculate. Win-win. Wait between ejaculations. Each day of abstinence increases volume by about 12%. The sweet spot is 48 hours, 2 days. After 5 days, you're not getting much additional benefit. What about zinc supplements? The evidence is contradictory. One study on younger men found that low zinc in semen correlated with lower volume, suggesting supplements might help. But a more recent study in JAMA, one of the most prestigious medical journals, found zinc supplements didn't significantly impact fertility markers. My take? If testing shows you're actually zinc deficient, eat more zinc-rich foods. Oysters, meats, nuts, legumes. This might help volume, but don't expect miracles. The real solution nobody talks about. Here's what will genuinely improve your sexual health and potentially your ejaculate volume. Optimize your overall diet. Aim for clean eating 80% of the time. Cut the processed junk, refined sugars, and white flour. Load up on fruits, vegetables, complex carbs, and quality proteins. This improves your cardiovascular health, which directly impacts your sexual function. Better blood flow means better erections, better stamina, and yes, potentially better ejaculate volume. The bottom line. Most men are stressing about ejaculate volume because they're comparing themselves to literal fiction. The porn industry has warped expectations so badly that normal, healthy men think they're broken. You're not broken. You're normal. But if you want to optimize what you've got, hydrate, quit smoking, eat better, extend foreplay, and space out your ejaculations. Those strategies actually work. Everything else? Marketing and mythology. I'm Dr. Julia Rhodes, and after over a decade of helping men and couples navigate intimate health, I can promise you this. Your worth isn't measured in milliliters. Take care of yourself, because you're absolutely worth it.